So Thursday morning, a little stretch sesh, which includes core. Take your ball and place it up between your two thighs. I could use some expressions where the sun don't shine. Okay, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. If you don't want to be on your knees, you can do this on the ball or on the bench. So you're in a tabletop position. Tuck your toes and drop your belly and arch your back and squeeze the ball between the thighs. Just activate. And then exhale, top of the foot, shin down, chin to the chest, round and curl your spine, spread your shoulders apart. Pull the belly all the way up and spread the breath from side to side. And top to bottom. Inhale, tuck your toes, dip your belly, arch your back. Little cat-cow. Oh, there you go. Exhale, round and curl. It's going to be more challenging actually, but also good for you. Inhale, arch your back, dip your belly, tuck your toes, broaden your collarbones. Exhale, round and curl, top of the foot, shin down. And do a few more rounds just like that. Squeeze the ball between your thighs. Just start to activate a little bit of the inner thigh and a little bit of your core muscle. From there, just take this into some circular motion. So walk your hands a little bit forward and just move your body in circular motions. Chest forward, hips back, round and round. Oh, Deb, I'll call you. I have a question for you after. I forgot to ask you. And then reverse the other direction. And with the ball between your legs, see if you can just sit back and stretch into a child's pose. Your belly might rest on the ball, so what? Big deal, it's okay. Breathe over to the right side as you stretch both arms over to the right side. Push the left hand down and push your left hip down. Breathe underneath your left arm. Walk over to the other side. Right hand on top, a little bit longer. Push your hips to your heels. Inhale and exhale. Relax the neck and shoulders. Inhale, walk back to center as you exhale. Just push back a little bit further. Come to your hands and knees one more time, and as you exhale, tuck your toes underneath you and hover your knees, so start to activate the core a little bit more. Squeeze the ball down, if you can. Good. With the knees bent, lift your hips in the air. This can be done, again, on the ball, on the floor, on the bench. Inhale, come back and hover your tabletop. Exhale, lift your hips up. Bend your knees, keep them bent. Inhale, shift forward, hover your tabletop. Exhale, lift the hips, keep the knees bent. And then straighten the legs and stay in your down dog with the ball between your thighs. Adjust your hands. We're going to just shift forward to plank to see that we're in the right position. So inhale on your toes and shift forward to plank, shoulders over wrists, belly is lifted, push the floor away, squeeze the ball between your thighs. Exhale, lift your hips up in the air. Heels down towards the floor, downward dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank, pull the belly in, pull the ball closer or the thighs closer to each other. There you go. Exhale, lift your hips up. Inhale, shift forward. Squeeze the ball really strong between your legs and see if you can hover the right foot off the floor. Just hover. Lower the right leg, lift the left leg off the floor, squeeze and hold. Lower the heels, lift the hips in the air, downward dog. Inhale back to high plank, top of a push-up. You can go to your knees if you need to, or just take yourself onto your forearms. Same position, balls between the thighs. Push the floor away. Roll on your toes and shift a little forward and a little back. So just kind of strolling through the shoulders movement. Belly pulls in. Breathe in, breathe out. And then hold the plank here. Breathe in. It's the last day of November, right? We're still going to do a plank. Pull the belly up and in for another 10 seconds. And breathe. Not that you're not going to do a plank in December. 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your knees to the floor. Go back to the child's pose. We take the ball out from between your thighs for a moment and sit back with your hands on the ball. So again, you could be on the bench on the big ball with your arms out in front of you. And then roll the ball to the right side. So just like what we did a few moments ago when we had the ball between our thighs. But you might feel a little bit deeper stretch with your left arm right now as you can roll the ball a little bit more forward and push the hips back a little further. Good. Inhale through the center to the other side. Right arm long, right hip down. Look under the right arm, relax the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. So see if you can just subtly pull the ball away or push the ball away from you and push your hips back a little closer to you. Inhale, come back to the center. And then just roll yourself up and in. And we're going to go on to our bellies for a few moments. So I want you to take the ball between your feet if possible, your calves if you need to, higher up if you need to. But otherwise, try to put the ball between your 2 feet and squeeze the ball so it doesn't come out. And then we're going right onto our bellies. So the knees are going to come as wide as your mat if you're on a mat, otherwise wider than your hips. You can put your forehead down. I'm just looking up so I can see you. Squeeze the ball between the feet and push your pubic bone down. Lift the thighs off the floor. Keep your head down. My head's up again just to see you. And lower the hips down, the legs down. Inhale, lift your thighs. Doesn't have to be high. Exhale, but don't lose the ball. Inhale, lift. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. One more time, lift and hold. Turn your knees closer together. Extend your legs out. Reach your, don't lose your ball, Debbie. That's making you. Take your arms by your side, palms face each other. Lift your head, chest up off the floor. Squeeze everything long and far away from you. Exhale, come down to the floor, turn your head to one side, and just let your shoulders go. We're going to grab the ball from the feet in a second, so just linger here for a moment. Come back to the center, bend your knees. Can you reach around and grab the ball? If not, just somehow get the ball back into your hands. And extend your arms all the way out in front of you. So move back a little bit for the camera. Extend the arms all the way out in front of you, resting onto the ball. Not pushing your weight onto the ball, so it's very light. I'm going to snuggle back a little bit more. All right. So open up your legs again, probably as wide as your mat. Your hands are resting on the ball, but they're not pushing hard, so it's really going to be your back that does the work, not your arms. So on the inhaling breath, start to roll yourself up, bring the ball closer to your chest. And then exhale, lower down. Now if you can do this with the pinky side of your finger on the ball, you might feel like a little less pressure that you have to put down in your hands. Inhale, lift up your chest. Hips stay down, exhale, lower down. These are really important areas of our body to work on. Keep going. Because if you don't do a lot of extension, you do a whole bunch of crunches all the time. Inhale, lift up. You're just going to have some unevenness in your body, which doesn't translate that well too. It's not like having, an uneven haircut that's in style. All right, release it out in front of you. Now, this time, keep your arms out in front of you and float just your legs off the floor. Lengthen out of your hips. Lower the legs. Keep the legs down. Inhale, lift just the chest. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, lower the legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower the arms, lift the legs. Now stay there. Lift the arms and chest one more time. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale, come down. Turn your toes in pigeon. Turn your head the opposite direction. And then come back to your hands and knees. Just move your ball to the side for a moment, somewhere where hopefully it won't fall away. And come back into the child's pose. Open your knees as wide as your mat. Reach your arms out in front of you again. Pull the belly up and in this position, just a small cat split pose. And then empty breath, inhale back up into a high cat pose. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, hover in a cat pose. And then extend your hips in the air, lower your heels, chest to your thighs, downward dog. Cats and dogs. Then one knee, then the other. All right, come back to the center, high plank, top of a push-up. Bring your knees down to the floor, swing them around to either side, and come to a sitting position. I'll turn this way for a little bit of this time. So, put the ball behind your We've done this many times. If your clothes are slippery, you know, it tends to go away a little bit. Again, don't pancake the ball with your body weight, just lean back against it. So here's 12 o'clock, let's call it 1 or 2 o'clock in our spine. Take your hands behind your head, very lightly touching. Plant your feet on the floor. Inhale, lift up to 12 o'clock. Exhale, go back to 2. Inhale to 12. I hope you understand the clock reference. Exhale to 2. Inhale to 12. Exhale to 2. Good. Small range of motion. In other words, it's very small. It's a very small range of motion here. All right, so let's do 2 more like that. And then let's stay down here. Rotate here to the right. Back to the center. Exhale to the left. Back to the center. Lift up to 12. Come back to 2. Exhale, rotate right. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate left. Inhale, center. Lift up. One more time like that. Exhale, back to 12. Inhale. Turn to the right, exhale. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. 12 o'clock. Move the ball for a second. Put it between your knees and round your spine. Hold on to your calves or your thighs and just pull back a little bit with the round of the spine. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Roll over your sitting bones. Take the ball back behind your back. Again, if this doesn't feel great to you, go on your back, right onto the floor. Put the ball between your thighs. All right, so sit up at 12 o'clock. The ball will stay there. Come back down to 2 o'clock. Take your arms by your ears now. So inhale, 2 o'clock. Exhale. Inhale, come up, 12. As you go down, turn to the side. So you're down at 2 o'clock, but the right arm reaches back. Come back up, inhale. Exhale, lean back and start to rotate to the left side. Reach out, open up your chest and shoulders. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right arm reaches back as you lean back to 2 o'clock. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, right side, hold. Stay there. And bring your arm forward and back. Forward and back, like you're pulling an arrow. Forward and back. Come back to center. Lift your chest up. Exhale, come back, left side. 3 arrow pulls on the left. Pull back. Deb, I don't mind, but you're unmuted just so you know, in case the dog decides to talk to us. And one more time, because you're being quiet. And come back up, inhale, lift. All the way to 12, round your spine. Okay. Take the ball out for a moment. Lay down on your back. Lift your hips up in the air. Line up your heels with your sitting bones. Lift your hips up in the air. And put the ball under the small of your back, down towards your sacrum, your tailbone. Okay, bye. Right leg in the air. Left leg in the air. Let your body weight just sink into the ball. And again, not necessarily pancaking it. You're still not muted, but it's okay. We say goodbye to honey. Now, take your right knee to your chest. Extend your left leg maybe 2/3 of the way down. Extend your right leg in the air. Bring your left leg up. Bend your left knee, lower your right leg. Extend your left leg in the air. Bring the right leg up. So it's almost like a bicycle. Bend the right knee, lower the left. Extend the right leg, lift the left. Bend the left knee, lower the right. Extend the left, lift up the leg. So this is a nice way of having our back supported without, causing too much stress in the lower back. If it, of course it does, you take it out and you change up the movements. Let's do one more on each side. Right knee bends, lower the left. Right leg extends, lift the left. Left knee bends, lower the right. Extend the leg, bring it up. Good. Now take a moment if you are like me and your ball just moved out a little bit. Bring both legs back up in the air. Bend both knees towards your chest. Let's take the heels together and the soles of the feet open. Turn your toes open. Keep your heels higher than your knees. So bring the knees towards the shoulders. And then extend your legs out in front of you as low as your body will go without falling off the ball, without having to arch your back, or you should feel a strong connection in your core. Bend your knees in. Keep the heels higher than the knees. Exhale, extend the legs. Keep the heels glued together as best you can. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Roll the belly into the spine. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Now stay here for a moment and open up your legs wide. Bring your legs to the top together and bend your knees. Extend your legs open. Bring them together. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, extend. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, together. One more time in this direction. Bend, straighten, bring the legs together. Now open the legs wide. Bring the heels together. Heels higher than knees. And extend out and up. Open out, so it's coming like a circle. Bend the knees, extend out and up. Open out, bend the knees, extend out and up. Let's do 3 more. Open, bend, extend. Open, bend, extend. One more. Open, bend, extend. Open the lift the legs and hold them up over your hips again. Straight leg, lower one leg halfway down, or more than halfway down, if possible. Lift up and switch. So make the dedicated change at the ceiling. So bring the legs up, and then switch. Option to have your head and shoulders up. Option to have your hands behind your head, which will take you a little bit more uneven. You can even have one arm to support or both arms down to support. See where your body goes with this. Let's see where we go with our balance on an unstable surface. Where you should go is the core fires up. One more time. And now for some of you, straight legs. For many of us, bent knees. Bring your feet towards the floor. Lift up. Feet towards the floor. Lift up. Again, you've got a little bit of that assistance of the ball underneath your back to help you be supported. Say hi, Holly Dog. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. All right. Okay, yes. All of a sudden you love me. Yeah? Because Dad's not here. All right, one more time. Now we're going to make this a little bit of a circle. So bring the knees into the chest. Extend the legs. Lower them down, straight or bent. Bend the knees in. Lift up, lower, bend the knees in, lift up, lower, one more time, bend the knees in, lift up, lower, a little more challenge, bring the legs up, bend the knees, extend. Up, maybe it's not more challenge, it is to me, but maybe not for you. 2 more times. In, out, up, last one, in, out, up, and put your feet on the floor, put the ball back. Mine slid a little bit, see if you're slid. And we'll just do a little bit more while we're on the ball. Legs up in the air. Pull your belly into your spine and see if you can lift your hips from the ball a millimeter and lower your hips down. Lift your hips up and lower your hips down. It's not going to be a huge move for most of us. Lift the hips up. You're just really activating a lot of core. Lower down. Lift the hips up. Lower down. One more time. Lift the hips up. Lower down. Bend your knees. Take your right arm in the air. Pull your shoulder towards the floor. See if you can take your left arm in the air. Pull your shoulder towards the floor. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Right arm goes behind you, Left leg extends out in front of you. Inhale back to center. Left arm behind you, right leg in front. Dead bug. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Take your time in these moves to be successful. Come back in and to really activate your core. Extend. Come back in and extend. Come back in. One more time. Right and left. I think this is actually makes us even. And now for the grand finale here. Extend both arms and legs. Ooh. And come back in. Extend both arms and legs. Really fire up your core to try to stay stable here. If you need to have an arm down, that's okay. Extend, extend, extend. And by the time your body, gets used to this, we're done, so it's okay. It'll remember for next time maybe. Take it out, out, out. It's like, yeah, I gotta really work hard to stay stable here. And come back in. Hug the knees into the chest. Put your feet on the floor, lift your hips up. And move the ball in between your thighs again. Grab some more if you need it. Okay, so laying on your back, line up your heels with your buttocks, tilt your pelvis, lift your hips from the floor, roll your shoulders underneath your back and interlace your fingers. If that's too much for your shoulders, anybody, then just keep them where they are. While in a bridge, extend your right leg in line with your left, hug your hips to center. Lower your right leg. Extend your left leg, knees together. Lower it. Now, do this again on the right leg. Think about squeezing the ball and pulling your hips to midline. So rather than swinging off to the left side, lower the right leg, lift the left leg, squeeze it in. Lower it down, release your arms, articulate down, hug your knees into your chest. Let's just do it. You know how I love spinal twist after bridge, so let's go ahead and twist over to the left side. The ball's between your legs, it's okay. And come back to center, switch over to the other side, twist. Come back to the center, lower your feet once again, squeeze the ball between the knees, line up the heels with the sitting bones, tilt your pelvis and lift your hips in the air, roll your arms underneath your back, extend your right leg in the air, actually open up your arms, let's lower down, keep the leg extended, 3 times, lift up 1, lower down from the middle up, or the upper middle back, 2, and one more time, 3, lift up with the leg up, lower the leg down, lift the hips higher, take the left leg in line with the right, lower down 1, lift up, 2, lift up, 3, lift up, lower the leg to the floor, lift your hips a little higher, and articulate down. Open up your arms to a T, bring your legs in the air 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees, so tabletop. Turn your legs over to the right side and hover them off the floor. Inhale, squeeze the ball between your legs and come back to center. Exhale, take it over to the left side. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, up and over to the right side, hover. The legs don't come off the floor. Now extend the legs out if you have the space. Bend your knees in, come back to center. Exhale to the left side, squeeze the ball, extend the legs. Bring it back in, come back to center. One more time to the right. Hover, extend, bring it in, center, exhale to the left. Out, hover, extend, in, and back. Now we'll do 2 more of these. Some of you might be inclined to have your legs straight as you go side to side. Come back to center, squeeze the ball, otherwise go back to the knees bent. Up and over. It's really challenging for my body to do this, so the ball between the legs really helps me. I hear you, Debs. Come back to center. I hear the catch. And out. come back to center, and now hug your knees in. Okay, take the ball out of your legs, put it underneath your feet. Just one little hamstring good morning exercise. You can, the wider your feet are on the ball, the more stable you'll be. Just wider base. Push your shoulders down, lift your hips up. And there's going to be some wobbling going on. Keep that lifted in the air and make small little movements. Extend the legs out. Roll them out 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, lift a little higher. And low down. Take the ball between your feet, hug your knees to your chest. Take the ball out. Okay. Put your feet back down on the floor. Lift your hips in the air. Take the ball back underneath your legs, or your back, excuse me. Lift your legs in the air. And this is just now a release. Just let your body weight sink into the ball. Like I tell you not to do most times, but it's not going to have the same effect here. Right leg stays up, left leg goes long. If you can reach around with one or both hands to the right leg, stretch it up towards your face. Bend the knee to the chest. Take the left foot on the floor, right ankle over the left knee, and use your right hand to guide your right knee open. It's a nice massage on your spine with the ball. But it makes you a little unstable, so your core has to work a little bit more. Take both feet to the floor. Take them as wide as your mat and knock your knees together. Take your arms and cross them over your shoulders. Just give yourself a pat on the back. And then open the arms. Bring your feet back in line with your hips, left leg in the air, right leg to the floor. If you can grab a hold of your left leg, grab it somewhere, not your knee. Pull it towards you. Bend your left knee, bring your right foot to the floor, left ankle above the right knee, press the left knee open. And then come back to center. Just release the leg. Stretch both legs out in front of you. Stretch both arms over your head. Reach away from your center. Long, long, long. Soften your glutes here. Breathe and open up the front side of your body. Empty. Release the hands. Bend the knees again. Lift the hips up. And just, if it feels good to you, I want you to sit up for a moment, and I want you to put the ball further up your back so that it goes between your shoulder blades. If you have a yoga block, you can put your head on it, or the head touches the floor, or you have the other block of the ball. And just open up the front of your chest and shoulders. Let your arms come out to the side. And it's just a nice opening for the front of your body. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a few more moments here as you settle in. Look around you, enjoy the day. It should be getting light for you, Rosemary. And Michelle is beautiful there. You can go take the dog for a walk. Bend your knees, come back to the center. Just if you're on the ball, under your back, roll to the side carefully. Bring yourself up to sitting. Sit cross-legged either leg. Put your ball down. Well, fall, or it did. All right, come back to a comfortable seat. Just put your hands on your thighs, close your eyes, drop your shoulders. Take a moment for yourselves. To your heart, bow down in gratitude to yourselves, and your core should be much stronger and happier now. Namaste. You guys, hang in there for the day. Have a good. That's I know. Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.